And we are live Wednesday night with those guys. How are you guys doing?
I'm good, man. What's up with you?
I'm surviving. I'm hanging in. Can't complain with those guys.
Sorry about the echo. That was me.
I'm going to bring you guys down a little bit.
Okay.
It's been snowing on and off here all day.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard about the snow going on. And I'm watching the weather here.
Hello, Drone Nut, and welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys.
Hello. And how are you this evening?
You just pour it in there and stir it. One. Okay, you can walk
So
away.
what else is good other than the weather?
Well, you said it's snowing over by you, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got quite a snowstorm going just north of me, and they've been spitting and going on here, but they say overnight we're going to get 1 or maybe 2 inches of snow.
Well, they did say here in New York that Thursday night we were supposed to get it. Now that has transitioned over to Friday evening, and if we get anything, it may be a dash of sleet, and for a few hours and then stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long as it stops.
Well, to make a long story short, I was born in the winter. I can't stand the cold, and doesn't look like I'm going to live my dying days someplace warm because wifey's talking about going up state to Syracuse or in that area.
Well, hey, guess
How are
what?
beaches in Syracuse?
I know there's no beaches in Syracuse. That's what bothers me.
Well, you could go. Well, there's there's Lake George.
No, that's all right. You want to know what? My optimum place to move, to be honest, I like Virginia, but they catch too many hurricanes from Florida. The optimum place for me to live, so they claim, is Arizona, but I don't do snakes and spiders well. I mean, I'll kill a spider in a heartbeat, but when they start getting the size of your hand,
go to Nevada.
Man,
you go to Nevada, you can still live away from those. Well, you could do that in Arizona too.
But if you live in the city where there's concrete.
Well, where do you live now?
Well,
they say Washington State is pretty temperate too.
But no, that's all right. There's a lot of rain there.
A lot of rain.
Suicide rate in Washington State is high.
Is it?
Yeah.
From there's a lot of stoners out there.
From the miserable weather. Rodney Bell, what's up? How are you, sir?
Hey, Rodney.
Anyway,
I know there's a lot of stoners out there.
It's Wednesday night, and we're on Wednesday nights with those guys. Saigon Drone Fix is becoming a regular stay here too. And welcome. Right? I missed this morning's show. His internet was down, he's saying.
I got to take this call to Lynn.
Okay.
She's driving in the snowstorm.
Okay.
You know who Saigon is, right?
No. No, I don't.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Twan.
No, it can't be. No, that can't be Twan.
You sure?
Saigon, where are you from? No, where are you at now? I say where you're from. That could be different from where you are. Where are you living now, Saigon 98? Drone Fix. You know what? That does sound like Twan. Drone Fix. Saigon 98 Drone Fix. See? It is Twan. Okay. That's what's up. He took on an identity. Well, it's good not to use your government name on here. There's very few people do it. Egg McMahon here on the panel, he can do it because he's just everywhere. But all right, Saigon 98 Drone Fix, which makes a lot of sense. The Drone Fix part I never picked up on. Duh. But what are we going to do tonight, man? It's still early. It's 5:04. The people haven't started trickling in yet. I got a package to open, but it doesn't make any sense to open it unless there's some FPV heads in here.
Okay.
So
Well, here's what
I
we
could
can
save
do.
that.
Here's what we can do. Let's get a drop. Let's get a drop from our local sponsor on tonight's show.
We could do
Ready?
that, but Paul would be Paul is
on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got a couple of things. I got a couple of things for you tonight.
Here he come. He's I think he just hung up his phone.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. Herman was saying that we should get an early drop in.
Okay.
From our sponsor.
You
ready?
Saigon says I'm the one who told him to change his name, which is true. I must have been drinking that night, but that's true. All right, let's go. Let's rock.
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
Those
guys.
There we go. That's how you do it. Kyla, you need to check.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to see what it is. She doesn't realize it, but I'm teaching her how to cook, whether she wants to learn or not. You
And there's
understand?
nothing worse than overcooked rice because it's like gummy.
Oh no, you don't understand. Puerto Ricans they call that sticky rice, snowball rice. Yeah. Give me a
throw it.
second. Let me just supervise this really quick.
Okay.
What's up, Drone Life RC, and welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys.
Welcome. Well, I don't know if anyone's familiar with this company called Volocopter.
Volocopter. Are they the ones that are designing for the medical use?
No. That Matternet I know was doing some drones for the medical.
I thought
use because those are
Volocopter
the ones that,
was the European version of what we have over here. But I could be wrong.
you're kind of close, but Volocopter happens to be a German company that they make drone taxis.
Yeah. I've seen those.
Yeah, they make drone taxis.
With the great big rotors off on the arms.
Yeah, they kind of similar to like a helicopter body.
Yep.
Just that it's a drone.
Yep.
And they've been making over in Europe, or Germany actually, it's just in Europe. But yeah, they were making drone taxis, and now they're into the drone delivery and work drones. For example, now they have one that is called the Vola drone, which is a humongous drone, Paul. This thing it probably stands about 6 or 7 feet tall, probably. I don't know the exact specs on the height.
Are you talking about the Volo drone?
Yes. The
Well,
Vola drone
I just happened to have it queued up. So while
is huge.
while you talk, I could show it,
There you go.
which would be real cool. So keep going.
The beauty.
That's when you turn to your producer there. Say, roll it.
Roll them.
See, now that right there, that is the Vola City. That's the drone
The
taxi.
passenger, right?
Helicopter. Yep.
Yeah.
Two passenger.
See how it looks like a helicopter? That's the Vola City. That's the drone taxi.
Right. Which is fully automated. All you do is punch in the address and it does the
Right.
rest.
Now, if you know now, they have now what I said was the Vola drone.
Here
That
it
one
is.
happens to have well, skip to it.
I'm trying.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Now, see this drone here? It's about if you were standing next to it, you'd probably be under the body of it.
Yes.
That's how big this thing is.
And from what I understand, it carries.
And it can carry a payload of 440 pounds.
Yes.
So this thing here can be used for all different kinds to carry, box load. They can carry, what do you call it? The sprayers for agriculture. It can be used for a lot of different things now.
Right.
They can carry a Gatling gun.
Those are all the.
Well, no,
those
you
were
won't
all
want
the
to do that.
devices. If you looked at it really quick, hold
But
on. Let me go back.
It goes up to about
Here.
8. It has 18
Here's one.
propeller motors on this thing. So there's 18 motors on this drone. Look at it.
That's one package. It can carry boxes.
Right.
It can carry a net, a cargo net, and release it and it can carry a sprayer.
Now it can travel up to 25 miles
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
at the speed of 68 miles per hour. So this is fairly.
And
They're getting there. They're getting there.
And it costs about $200,000.
See that, Paul? It'll deliver your bed now. 440 pounds. It can deliver.
No,
your
Paul.
your
It will
summer
deliver
furniture.
you. It will deliver you that skid of brownies you've
There
always.
you go. Yep.
Look at that.
Well, that's what Walmart needed. They could have delivered our Inspire 2s to all of
Yeah.
us.
Right.
Okay, Lawrence, that's enough on that video.
Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah.
Well, what I
Yes.
somebody is going to this is
Art
the
is
future. I
fun.
predict that somebody's
How you doing?
going to devise and build a stork, and it's going to deliver newborns to babies and all kinds of stuff.
Hey, look out, Geeks Vana. And art is fun. And
Where are they going to
Rocky
get them from?
I don't know.
Well, the way they throw kids away here in New York, it won't be hard.
Because Paul said they're going to deliver babies. Like, where are they getting the babies from?
They're
You have a
they're
valid-
gonna be manufacturing babies in the next 200 years. You want a
Hey.
baby? Sure. What do you want?
Paul,
Yeah.
already started trying to do that.
Yeah.
At the farmer's market this Sunday, a dude was flying a drone just beneath the trees. I smiled and waved. LOL. Some folks look mad or scared. What's up, Mr. Crawley? How are you, sir?
Hey, Mr. Crowley. Hey, Paul, I just wanted to make a little announcement that I'm not poking at anybody on the panel or anybody in the chat, but, I just wanted to put it out because we've gone away from it for, since we've started doing the live streams, but it hasn't been mentioned. But we had a simple set of rules in coming into the live stream was that we had, no politics, no racist remarks, and no foul language. I just wanted to put that out there for anybody and, for everybody, so everybody will know.
And no damn politics.
Well, yeah, I said that first. No
Okay.
politics,
Geeks Vana
no foul language, no
Geeks Vana
racism.
says, can I just say how much I love that those guys' Facebook group? It is so great and purely about drone life. Keep it up. Well, we appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
We do appreciate that very much.
Hey, Mr. Crowley.
I just want to let you guys know that we were forced into starting that group by Curtis and Timothy Huxell. They created a group amongst when we were going through the drama with NYC 5 Borough or whatever.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, there isn't any real drama. It was just some rules were broken and people don't know when and when not to freaking do things. But getting back to what Herman's talking about, the cursing. All right, I'll have to hold a straight pin, and every time I want to curse, stick myself or something like that. But politics.
That'd be almost worth watching.
That's
I remember how much
Sparky. How's it going?
I remember how much he was sweating when he had to dance. You remember that, Herman?
You just don't have
Lawrence
any.
is good at it.
You just don't have any idea.
Lawrence is good at it. If you feel like dancing tonight, go ahead. I don't care.
Well,
Not even.
Hey, Herman, was Lawrence? He's the one that used to do all the spins and stuff on the cardboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Picture someone 6'3" spinning on their head.
He was on.
I'd probably be kicking everybody in the crowd with my long ass legs.
Well, that would keep you from getting too fast.
Yeah, that's true.
A little resistance here and there.
Hey, Mr. Crawley, I sent you an invite, man. I did send one to Justin, and I figured that you had sent one out to everyone else, Val, et cetera,
I
et
sent
cetera.
one to Val, and I sent
Hey,
one to
Lynn, how are you? Please
Hey,
post Lawrence dancing video. Lynn, don't believe it. I don't dance. I may be one of the only black people you know with no rhythm.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, that's not true. Herman's going to look that up, and he's going to surprise us one night on the show. He's going to put the link on here.
With Lawrence's breakdance video.
Yeah, no. When he danced on the show, remember when Val set him up?
Okay, yeah. When Val set him up.
Yeah.
Hold on.
His
Artist
manager.
Fun in the chat says, I think people need to be more educated about drones. Agreed, 100%.
Yes.
They are awesome. They are awesome tools. I've learned a lot learning. Y'all talk about them. I like to have one-to-one with, to learn with. Could make a cool intro for your garden. There are a lot of uses for drones, and drones are pretty much as popular, well, not as popular as cell phones, but they're getting there.
Well, see, the problem, right, what she was saying, and this is the thing, and it's hard when you go into stuff like that to stay away from the politics. But the thing is, there's a lot of fear mongering going on, and once you start doing that, it's hard to bring the people back.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, Twan says, sorry, Saigon 98 Drone Fix says, Uber is working on a deal to fly drones from Manhattan to the airport.
Yep.
And it'll be open to 107 licensed pilots.
Yep.
And that's interesting. What's up, Nacho Rolling?
Yep. I won't mind doing it as long as I can stay on the ground and fly you to the airport.
I thought you had to get in that copter and fly with them.
Oh no, it's a drone.
No.
It's a drone.
Paul, let me explain something to you. The reason I live in one of the best cities here in the world, okay? I've never been on a helicopter ride. I've never been to the top of the Empire State Building. And
you should check it
the
out.
reason that I fly a drone is so I can keep my feet on the ground.
You should check it out. It's not bad up there.
Hey, Rodney Bell, we appreciate you for coming in. If it's 30 seconds, brother, much love to you. Be safe, fly safe.
What's happening, Rodney?
Thanks for stopping by.
Goodbye.
Mr. Crawley.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I had some challenges with my Hawk 6.
What happened?
One of the wires came loose on my VTX, so it was causing the picture to go out while I was in mid-flight.
Hey, Roger.
Oh, wow.
All of a sudden, it hit the throttle, it'd go up like 200 feet, and then I would lose the picture completely. So I had to kind of like wait for it to come in, and then once I caught it, bring it over towards me a little bit.
Okay.
Land it. It was just a pain in the neck. And I ended up pulling everything out and resoldered the wire on there. Well, it does not soldered. I soldered it, and then I put liquid tape on there.
Yeah.
Liquid tape on there. What's that, hon? I heard my wife yelling for some reason.
Oh,
But
well,
sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got it together. It seems like it's okay. I flew it in the backyard, but the weather here has been so crappy.
well, it's going to be turn. There's a cold front coming down from Canada. So, Roger, pull it back up there. Do what you got to do. You're the godfather. Get that weather back up there. That's right. You see, Paul, reel that weather back up north. I'm not ready for no winter, man. But what I am ready for is those guys is going to bring in 2020 with a bang. I don't know how, but we're going to bring it in with a bang. And so far, we have those guys in New York City. First, we have those guys. Okay.
Those guys.
And then we have those guys, New York City. And then we have those guys, FPV. Now, I don't know what you guys' plans are, but Al Diaz predicts next year in 2020, I sell every DJI drone I have and get strictly into FPV, which will never happen. But the first time you see me selling a drone, somebody knock me out.
No, you can't, man. It's part of progression.
You know, no, I don't need to get any. I do need to get more into FPV. In fact, I have an FPV package to open, but that's for later on. The point I'm
What was
trying to make
that?
is those guys, you're going to be hearing about those guys in 2020 a lot. I can't say too much because I see Herman's eyes lighting up, but we are going to be doing some things.
Oh, Herman's gonna be doing FPV.
Yeah, right.
He's
I
gonna
don't know.
do it
That's not
live?
impossible.
No,
Nothing's
okay.
impossible.
No, you got to give it a try.
No,
man.
listen, right. Nothing's impossible.
World,
So
you know.
all I can say is, Lynn
I just
showed
want-
in way back to when.
I just
Listen,
want to
they better
apply
keep
for
that.
one of those.
They better keep those that snow and that cold, all of that up there in Canada. You hear that, Roger?
Yeah, we want that stuff done
Hey,
here.
Lawrence, I want to
Huh?
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think with that drone taxi thing, you think I could not stop for certain people when I pass by, like the regular taxi drivers?
Yep, definitely.
Val, did you send Val an invite? Because shit, Val's life, aka Puddles FPV, is here. Hello, Val.
Hey, Val,
How are
you
you?
got to see some of these taxi drivers.
What's up,
Mr.
Rick?
Carl. They'll, you know how you pull over and you let somebody out the car. Not these taxi guys. They stop dead in the middle of the street. The doors fly open. I'm like, oh no, what are you doing?
In New York, right? They don't pull over. They stop in the middle of the street. They stick their tails out. Whatever they have to do.
So you can't get by them. The doors fly open.
This is why I'm glad. In order to operate those automated taxis, you'll have to be a 107 pilot. Now,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
licensed pilot.
I guarantee you won't have to be. Oh, to operate it?
Yeah, that taxi.
Yeah,
It'll be something
they're
else.
higher. They're actually Saigon, who's in the chat, had mentioned that Uber's working out a deal right now to have taxis leaving Manhattan going to the airport. And what's scary is I live 2.5 miles from JFK International Airport. Now I'll be able to get to see these things going back and forth. And I'm
You'll be
going to
living
tell
with
you,
them.
until
You wouldn't fly one?
I wouldn't get in it. Hell no.
It's a drone. You don't have to get in it.
Oh, but as a pilot, yes, I would put in the coordinates. I'd put Herman's house.
Lawrence
Mr.
is
Crawley's
going to be
house.
in the cargo net down underneath, swinging down there.
I'd be dead. I'd be dead because my heart would stop. I'm letting you know right now.
You see Lawrence now taking off with this thing. He's inside the cockpit, holding the glass like this,
Yeah. Screaming at the top of his lungs.
and the people are behind him like, "What's the matter?" I thought they said this was safe.
And Lawrence would turn around calmly and say, "Don't believe everything you hear."
You're right. You're right
You know
about
what, Lawrence? The thing is, you don't have to get rid of all your drones. You just keep what you have and just get the new ones. Take it one at a time. That's all. Or build one. Or do it one at a time.
I'm going to start building one. I have the VTX is coming next week.
Nice.
I just got a stack here. iFlight stack here.
Mhm.
To be honest, I'm really, really, really liking FPV only because you get tired of flying in a straight line every now and then.
Well, like I go out and I do this foliage shot from my backyard with the Maverick that I'm putting together like 6 months of foliage and the change of the month seasons, you know.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all other than racing around my neighborhood that I can do from my backyard. Now, I can't use the racing drones in my backyard, but I can walk an eighth of a mile down the street to a park and fly right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's local. It's fairly local for me, you know?
Well, I have a park. If you've seen the last few videos I've done in that particular park, that park during a school day, Monday through Friday,
It's dead, right?
always empty.
Yeah.
Now, from one end to the next end at its longest points is 380 yards, which is more than enough to in all directions to fly. But I really don't have too much of an issue flying from that park if you go up over the trees, you can look in the
Mhm.
direction of JFK International Airport.
And you know, at some
That's
point,
in
you're gonna
every
get,
place in Far
gonna
Rock.
get done with that park. You're gonna be like, I want another park.
Yeah. See, that's my thing too.
That's what
Someone-
happens. It's just it's natural. You want to change your pace. I mean, now we have like 3 or 4 different parks we go to that have big fields for me to fly in with some obstacles. Because now I'm trying to get used to flying around obstacles. And
Yeah, that's
you know,
what I'm
it's,
doing.
it's
That's
excellent.
actually-
My wife comes with me. She walks the walk. There's a walking like a jogging path. So she walks that a bunch of times while I fly around her and chase her with it, you know.
Right. And it's that's what I'm actually working on. Art is fun. I did a job in New Jersey and wanted to see New York City before I flew back. Ran out of time.
I was in New York a few times, and I'll tell you, those cabbies, they'll bang into your car. That like red light when it turns red, 2 more
Yeah.
cars go through it. It's
Drone
like,
Drone Life RC says, doesn't New York have Uber helicopters to the airport? It is actually
Well,
they're
that's what we're
actually
talking
working
about.
out the licensing. Now the problem that I have is with these Uber taxis is they have not been assigned a specific altitude. And that's what worries me about it, because the way taxi cab drivers drive here on the ground, I can only imagine in the air what
Well,
they'll be
they're
doing.
not gonna be
If
the
they're
same
supposed to
guys.
be at 400 feet or 600 feet or whatever, the transition from that going down, like I live along the
No.
beach. You're not supposed to fly over the sand because of obvious
Mhm.
reasons, people, etc. But what these rich, pompous guys do from Long Island is that need to get to Manhattan in 30 minutes. They fly their helicopters over the land along the shoreline. And I just see, I hope it works. I really do. I would like to look up and
Now-
say, oh, that's an air taxi. Oh, that's a
Hold on a
delivery drone, you know, but
First off, that guy that drives the Uber cab, he won't be flying this.
No.
You either have to be a pilot or a 107 pilot to fly this, because if you're a 107 pilot, that means you can fly on what do you call it, unmanned aircraft.
Well, and
Now-
the other thing I understand, Herman, is that it's people that own their craft or their car, or whatever, and they pay for their own insurance and everything, and then Uber gives them a rider, right?
Something to that effect, yeah.
So, but can you imagine the cost of flying a helicopter? What the hell it would cost you to? Yeah, I want an Uber helicopter. Okay, $10,000.
yeah, but a lot of people that do that more than you imagine.
Well, you know what's funny? What I'd like to know is this.
I know people that spend a couple of grand to go to the airport. It's like insane, and they'll fly over there. It doesn't even
See, like Uber and Lyft,
but they get the money.
the whole claim to their fame is that they actually operate on GPS. You follow what I'm saying too? They follow the GPS. That's how they can come up with those times and been able to coordinate all those pickups and stuff like that. That's how they're able to do it. Now, I don't know if they're going to do that with these drone taxis, because that would mean that they would all follow the same path and go to the same place. And, you know, hey, it's something interesting to see, because first off, I haven't heard of anybody getting any approval from the FAA yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's any companies that is designing air horns to put on these Uber air taxis.
I don't think they need it, because remember what I was telling you that what's you call it there was working
Desmond
on
Dunders, how are you?
was working on that air traffic control for drones.
Yeah.
That was Airbus, and who else was involved in that? Somebody else was involved in that. One of these companies. Yeah, they were in talking about, they were designing what do you call it? Their air traffic control for drones.
Can
So
you
these
guys,
things here are going to have to follow suit to the air traffic control, just like planes
excuse
and
me a
helicopters.
second, guys.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying, excuse me. I got to step away for about 5 minutes. That's all.
This segment has been brought to you by Rice-A-Roni.
Those guys in Rice
The
and the San Francisco.
The San Francisco treat.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, they're gonna have to get that air traffic control and everything involved. It's not gonna be just your local Joe Schmo that can get himself a little cheap Honda or something like that and drive around and pick people up and call himself a taxi. So
Well, and it's going to be probably an add-on license to an add-on license to an add-on license for 107 because, like you say, Herman,
the weight,
the weight restrictions and the fact that how many passengers are you licensed to carry, what kind of safety devices do you have on the aircraft, all kinds of things.
Yeah, all of these things are up in the air, and those things are going to probably be left to the company because right now, as it stands, there's nothing written that I know of, other than maybe with the difference in the weight of the drone that says that you as a 107 pilot, you're a drone pilot. You don't have to have insurance or something to carry passengers. It's just
what I haven't seen a follow-up on, we saw some like a year or so ago where they have a huge drone that actually goes down and grabs a car, picks it up, takes it where it wants to go, goes down, and then takes off again.
The car?
The car, yeah.
Oh, wow. Why would you need a car then?
Because if you get into the inner city, in other words, let's say you were coming from up where you live and you wanted to go to New York, they would fly to a designated area with you in the car.
Oh, and drop me off there?
And drop you off there, and then you buzz around between the buildings and whatever you're going to do, and then come back there and call and then be picked up.
I mean, that's not expensive.
Yeah.
No oil leaking.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that one.
Yeah, I'm good.
In fact, Herman, didn't you write the company to be a test pilot for that?
No, I'm good. I'll test it, but I'm not gonna sit in my car while you scoop it up from the bottom and I'm sitting in the car while you
never will I do that.
No, I'm good.
So, Mr. Crowley, your weather's about as bad as mine here, I take it.
Well, it wasn't that bad today. It was just damp and wet. Like, I really don't want to fly. When you're flying the FPV drones in the
you're right, Nacho.
They can get short out. They can soak.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it was downpoured for like 2 days solid. So the place is soaked. And it's going to rain tomorrow. So next couple of days, going to suck.
Yeah, we're getting snow tonight. So,
well, if I can, I'll fly the. What did you say about snow?
We're getting snow tonight here.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that from multiple people. I don't want to see that. This is too early. I want to see that on Christmas Day, and that's it.
You're like me. If I'd be happy as hell if any time after Thanksgiving it snowed, and as soon as after New Year's it all melted, I'd be a happy camper.
Nah, I'm like Christmas Eve to New Year's Day, and that's it.
Mr. Crowley, you can't use some extra snow down there?
What's that?
You can't use some extra snow up there?
No, I'm done, man. I'm just used to you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not too far from you guys. I'm only 5 hours away from you.
Yeah, but you usually get the snow before we do.
Yeah, I know. We always end up getting it. But you guys get a lot up north, too. North. Well, in New York, that place is insane.
That's where Lawrence is going to move to, up to Syracuse.
That's insane up there.
Well,
I went up there a few times. That's a hike. Driving from New York City to northern New York or wherever it is. It's like we were near Canada. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what's the worst is that Buffalo. That's like right across from you.
Yep, right across the lake. Yep.
Yeah, that gets the worst.
I remember there was it wasn't that many winters ago, pictures of Buffalo where they were standing on snowbanks over top of the roofs of houses.
We actually lived up in Maine for a couple of years, and when we got there, they're like, we only got the ladies like, we didn't get much snow this year. We only got like 12 to 14 feet. And I'm like, what? It's like 12 to 14 feet. I go, do you say feet? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, there's no way we got that much snow here. I'm like, I even said to my wife, I'm like, she's got to not know what she's talking about, you know. That year, that snowfall, I had to dig my windows out on the house because
Yep.
the snow kept coming off the roof and
Yep.
it was piling up. So I'd get 2 feet of snow off the ground, and then I'd get 2 feet of snow off the roof. It was like a nightmare. I paid a guy $6 to plow my driveway, which was like 200 feet long. $6 is nothing back then. I was like, $6 I was somebody plowed. That's awesome. He'd come every 6 inches. He used to come 3 to 4 times the snowfall. It was like,
Mm.
really, man? It was like 25, $30 every time he came.
Well, yeah, and the snowbanks are so tall that
Oh,
you can't see cars on the street out there.
You listening,
Oh
Lawrence?
no, there's no parking on the street there. There's nothing. We're in the woods. Like we lived a mile off the main road before you got to our driveway, and it was like driving down Deliverance back roads.
Justin says he'll be in shortly.
You
Okay.
hear that, Lawrence?
What?
Syracuse, you get so much snow you can't see the cars. You got to put those little fluorescent balls on top of the car so people
Listen,
can see it coming.
I'm going to build a wood coffin, and when it snows, I'm going to lay in it. All right? Because I'm not going to be out there shoveling that stuff.
just so everybody knows, I don't think this is on Lawrence's bucket list. I think it's more the wifey wants to go.
When in Rome, you become Roman.
I can
Oh,
see
yeah.
it now.
Happy
Lawrence,
wife, happy life.
Lawrence, check this out.
Hey, Jay Santiago. What?
You listening?
Yeah.
Fish oil, CoQ10,
Why?
because you're gonna need it to move up there.
That's not funny, man. I'm
Your
not looking.
joints are gonna come to a grinding halt.
I'm not seriously not looking forward to it.
Why? What are you talking about? Are you moving?
Syracuse area.
There's a possibility in the
Oh,
next
really?
couple of years or so.
You're going north, huh?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
Now-
you'll be shoveling up to
You
me.
see what I got to put on my
Yeah,
messages?
you know what? You're going north. There's so much snow up there. Don't bother with FPV. Give it up. Just give it up now, Lawrence. Really, forget about it. Give it
Right,
up.
just give you everything I have, right?
Let's do the
It's not gonna work.
snowmobile thing.
Forget about it.
Yeah, there you go. Snowmobiles. I can see Lawrence on a
Yeah, get a
snowmobile,
snowmobile.
like 30 below out there.
You know what? Snowmobile would be okay.
And then in the summertime, you can do videos of how there's nothing to do up here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can go fishing. You can catch frogs.
Yeah. Frog
It's only a
spearing
short
in the
period
spring.
this summer,
Yeah.
and you can go
We
moose
don't
hunting.
we don't do the fishing thing.
You can hunt deer and moose.
Here's my opening.
Oh, all right.
All right.
You can take advantage of that bear hunt too, Lawrence.
Courtesy of Race Day Quads.
Uh-huh.
All right.
What
I'm
you got?
building
What
a
you got?
long distance bird, and they sent me a stack. Now, what they're doing now, usually in FPV, you have to buy one board for the flight controller, one board for the power distribution board, and then you need a third board for the VTX. So now they're they're designing stacks that you just wire together, but
Right.
just plug in a wire and you hook up your VTX and your camera and you're ready to go. So this is the first part of my long distance build here.
That might be
Success
good for you,
iFlight.
Lawrence.
What happened?
That might be good for you if you just have to plug it in.
Yeah, I know, man. Stop it. Stop it, man. Oh, and the capacitor that goes on the board, but
There
it's
you
a
go.
flight controller and
I
it's
say they
a
ruined it.
4-in-1 built-in ESC on one board, and one board is the actual flight controller. What I like is they give you metal stanchions instead of those silicone rubbery things. So that'll be a plus. Here's the power cord for the actual power distribution board. Wow, I've got 2 capacitors here. They gave me 2, so I'm probably going to use one. They must have messed up on that order, but I'm happy to have it. Now I just want to rip the plastic off and see what the hell it looks like,
Uh-oh.
because I probably can't see it anyway. Yeah, this is the power distribution board and 4-in-1 ESCs with filters. to distort, to get rid of the distortion to the noise. I plug it in here. Let me open up the other one, in fact. But they stack on top of each other. And from what I was told, they go like this. I have my my power distribution board with ESCs, my flight controller, and then I need my video card, and which I have a camera already, and I'm ready to go.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like Chinese, but it's not.
Well, is there going to be enough room on there for you to mount your snowshoes on there too?
Lawrence, you want to see mine?
The landing pods?
What happened?
I got all my drone stuff in.
Yeah, because I'm ignoring these other two. But you want to know what? Hey, what's up, Jerry Freeman?
No, do you want to see my drone stuff that I got from my build, my first build?
Jerry Freeman says you should see what happens down here in Texas when we get snow and ice.
10
You
people
guys have
died.
accidents
only
because you
imagine.
don't know how to drive in the snow.
Yeah, they all died.
I can only imagine.
4,000 car accidents.
Well, you want to hear something funny, Paul? My wife's
Yes,
family's
yep.
from Puerto Rico, right? And when the weather drops to about it, generally throughout the year it's 85, 90 and better. But when winter hits, in the winter, it hits maybe 60, 50 degrees. Do you know they wear bubble coats? No, seriously. Whereas when I went, it was about 65 degrees. It was many, many years ago, and I was very young. But everyone was like, "You're not cold?" I'm like, "No, 60, 65 degrees. We walk around in T-shirts." And these guys,
T-shirts and shorts.
they had bubble vests on because the full coat was too much. So they had bubble vests on. But they were complaining about how cold they were.
If it's cold and
anyway,
my arms are out, I'm
high
still
flight.
cold.
I'm ready to go.
Hey, hold on, I got something for you. Excuse me while I.
What,
What happened, Herman?
I said if it's cold and my arms are out, I'm still cold.
Well, to them, 60, 55, 60 degrees is cold. We pull out winter coats down here when it hits 50. Exactly my point. Jerry Freeman says. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, 50 degrees. They walk around like Eskimos.
Cuckoo.
Woo-hoo. Rain. I already showed you guys that.
That's Armatron, right?
You
Yeah.
shouldn't even have a goose down coat living in Puerto Rico.
You shouldn't, but they do. They sell them down there and people buy them.
Well, they also buy a lot of electric blankets down there,
True.
down in Puerto Rico.
What's that? That's your flight control. That's your stack.
Yeah, Acheon.
Okay. That's all new.
Yep.
Oh, so that's your build. That's your new build then.
Yeah, this is I actually got the stack from a buddy of mine, 2-stroke, and that's that. And then I got Mach 3 ESC.
Okay, so if I screw up this build, I can send you all of this stuff, right? In a bag?
Yeah, definitely.
I can send it to you in a bag and it'll come back flying. Oh, so you're getting ready to do a build too.
Yeah, this is my first build.
Georgia don't get snow, maybe once every 20 years. Well, if Georgia gets, are those Zing?
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's talking about Zing motors.
2208. These are big boys.
You should get some of those, Lawrence.
I'm not, I don't need to go over 100 miles per hour yet.
You should have
You should
got
get
these.
those.
I'm happy with this bird that does a little, this bird, I can get up to about 50, 55 miles per hour.
You got
I'm
one that
happy at that
goes
speed.
slower.
Huh?
You got one that goes slower. You got one that goes 55. You got one that goes a little faster. Get one.
You
that
don't
goes
have to do the
faster.
fastest. It does.
No, you control the speed there, Lawrence. I don't want to break it to you, but
Yeah.
you don't have to put
It's
it
just like
all
you
the
know,
way.
like, it's just like having a Porsche that can do 200
Yeah.
miles per hour.
Yeah.
You remember that?
That's okay.
Remember that line?
Uh-huh.
It's like having a Porsche that does 200 miles per hour. You know that you're gonna do 200 miles per hour.
Yeah. I think I heard that somewhere before.
Although you see that the new Bugatti, that is
Not
crazy.
the Lego one.
No, no.
450.
Oh, God. Why?
You were saying Bugatti. Go ahead.
The Lego one.
What's the Lego what?
I've never seen the Lego one.
Yeah, it's easy to fix the parts. You just pop.
There
them
is
out.
no speed limit, Jerry Freeman for FPV drones. Right now, the world's fastest FPV drone, I believe, was clocked at 179 miles per hour,
Yeah,
but they
something
lowered
like
it down due to the fact they had to average it out of 5 runs. But the top speed was
Wow, that was one of
179.
my first. That was one of my first reviews on the live
Mhm.
stream.
Well,
Yeah.
Lawrence, you could beat that. How about build a 200-mile-an-hour one?
That's okay.
They don't have that. Well, you can.
Just strip it down. All it is
I guess
just
you could do it.
the frame and the controls on the frame. That's
Yeah,
it.
you get
No
you get the
camera.
ones with the motors like that big, you know?
Oh, you're talking X class.
Yeah.
on
No,
that little
thank you.
frame.
No, thank you. Where am I going to put it? I'd
Well,
have
at
to-
200
I'd
miles
have to
an
clear
hour.
I'd have to clear the whole wall for an X class.
at
Crawley, when are you going to start that build?
The X class.
No. Raise your hand.
This build.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on 2 more parts that are coming in, and right now I'm doing some things like attaching the camera. My camera's smaller than my harness that's there, so I have
Oh,
to put these adapters in there.
Mhm.
Doing little things like that. And,
okay.
but I should have mine built the 1st or 2nd week of December because all the parts will be in by then.
All right.
I can't believe they put on back order 2 parts that I need for the very beginning. And I'm like, one's the shield, the sheath that you put over your wires to protect.
Right.
Now I could just put what you do. You can cut a prop off, a used prop, and cut the blade and flip it upside down over the wire, and that's
This is what I have here.
Yeah, but I'm
That's what I
trying
have
to
on
do this.
here to protect the ESCs. Someone said every time you break a prop, you don't
Yeah.
throw the props away. You take the props off and you snip them. You put them over the ESCs. This way,
You'll
if the
never
props-
damage your wires.
right? If the props come down, then a prop isn't going to cut another prop. Yeah, see all of them here.
I'm also trying to do a color coordinated thing. I want it to be color coordinated.
Mhm.
Okay.
I want it to be like the red there, the black. I want it to just all match up. And if I don't put the sleeves on, it doesn't match up. So
I got you.
it's an aesthetic thing. It's not.
So you're talking about the
It's all
shrink
over
wrap,
now.
the shrink wrap sleeves.
Yes,
I got you. I got you.
and they're actually like nylon woven.
Yeah.
You stretch it and it gets tighter.
Oh,
And
like
then
the
you slot it.
Chinese, like the Chinese.
Oh, like the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the finger torture thing. And
Right.
then you
The Chinese handcuffs.
yeah,
Hey, what's up, Michael?
on each end you shrink wrap the ends to the wires, and that way it holds it on there.
All right.
So
I'd be.
that's an aesthetic thing. And then the other thing that I'm waiting for is wait a minute, is that? I don't know. There's another part I'm waiting for. I don't know why I can't remember.
All right. Well, we
As soon
have
as I
2
get those, we'll
FPV
build it.
heads here and 2 drone camera. 3. Well, I'm a camera drone person, but I've been doing nothing but FPV the last couple of weeks, last 2 or 3 weeks.
Well,
But
Lawrence,
Huh?
okay, finish.
I need to go out and get some footage with my camera drones.
Well, you know, your FAA has added some more locations to
Lance?
places where but places that you're not allowed to fly.
Are you serious?
60 more in total.
In New York?
No.
Oh, throughout the United States.
Throughout the United States.
Oh, I was about to say. We barely
Yeah,
have a
60
place
more
to
in
fly
total.
now. What do
And
you
they
guys?
have
The beginning of that.
a NOTAM out right now is
Yes.
an FD. Huh?
Go ahead, finish.
The NOTAM of the FDC 9 slash 1278. And it
Yeah.
also points to the FDC 9/7752 that talks about this thing. Or if you don't even want to do that on that facilities map that they have for the FAA, or you can go to Before You Fly. It's all already in there, and it's effective as of the 7th of this month.
Well, I do know as of December. I got your question. Michael Blade asks, what do you guys think about the new Hero 8? And would you recommend sticking with the 7 or upgrade? To be honest, I don't have the 7. I don't have the 8, but I will tell you my honest opinion about GoPro. GoPro is like DJI. Just when you get used to flying with a bird like this, they come out with something else that makes the bird fly like that. That's all I'm going to say. To be honest, if you're happy with your video stabilization with your Hero 7, I don't see why you would want to go out and get an 8, a Hero 8, unless it's just to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, but you know what? It would go for. I don't know what's going. I don't know what the difference is right now, but they did make some changes on the 8.
They mentioned what?
There is some changes on the 8.
Yes, the
And
video
the
video
size of it,
stabilization
GoPro.
is this video stabilization on the 8 is supposed to be the best yet. Hey, what's up, Night Train? It's supposed to be the best yet, but in answer to Michael Blade's question, I'm gonna be honest with you. Make what you have work. All right. And what I mean by that is when everybody else was flying Phantom 4 Pros and Mavic 2s, I was one of the few guys there with a Phantom 4 Standard. And I made my pictures work. I made my videos work. Don't get into the hype of always having to buy something when something new comes out.
We'll find out what he has. If he only has a 5.
He says he has, I think he has the 7.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
so and I mean the 7 is like upgrading from the 7 to the 8. There are dramatic changes in the 8, but to be honest, with the Hero 7, can you use voice commands? And I don't know if anyone, I don't have anything. I haven't owned anything past the Hero Session 5. And what I liked about the Hero Session 5 was it had voice command. You know why? Because you could go GoPro, start recording. GoPro, stop recording. Those are little things that make me happier than all of the gadgets that come on the new stuff, to be honest.
Okay.
What did you say, Twan? What do you guys think about RoboCat 270 brushless racing quad?
Never seen it.
To be honest, if it's not FR Sky protocol, I would tend to leave it alone. Now, Spectrum, there's thousands of guys out there that fly Spectrum racing drones. RoboCat runs on that Spectrum system. I have a radio here. Since I've been flying Sirius FPV, I haven't touched because it's not FR Sky protocol. Okay, so basically right now, hey, what's up, Palladian Scientist UFO Builder?
Hey.
Paul, are you still with us? Because you look like you're fading fast.
No, he's still there.
I'm here.
He looked like he was fading fast.
Well, I am kind of fading a little bit, but
Well, that's understandable.
had a long day.
No, that's more than understandable. I since this time has switched, I'm still waking up.
Yes.
I'm still waking up at 3:30 when it's supposed to be 4:30. You know, so I'm and then with the extra hour sleep, I'm still getting up early. What's that, Herman?
Here we go. Extra hour sleep. So
yes, guys. Thanks, Roger. Hit that like button.
You only get the extra hour of sleep the first day. After that, you start going to bed at the same time. No extra hour of sleep.
Right.
No, but it screws me. Well, I'll tell you where it screws me up is in the morning. I'm getting up an hour earlier.
Right.
Because my cycle just doesn't. I keep saying to myself, now you don't need to get up at 6. You don't need to get up at 6. You don't need, because I used to get up at 7. Now I wake up 6 o'clock. It's like, oh.
Okay.
Well,
it's an old guy thing.
That's my issue. I get up early, and what happens is at some time in point about 10 or 11 o'clock, all of a sudden I want to crash. Yeah. And then I get my second wind.
Hours early for no reason.
You know why? It's not for no reason. I used to have to get up at that time to go open a store.
Oh yeah, I forgot, Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
He got us to get up in the morning and I'm like, okay, Mr. Rooster, it's time to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, my before time went back, my average time was between 4 and 4:30. 5 if I was partying or drinking the night before. But what happens is now I'm getting up at 3:30, forcing myself to stay in bed until 4. And then, like I said, if I don't have to work that day, about 10 or 11, I start getting, I want to crash. And then I say, if I don't take an old man nap, I'm going to crash in the afternoon. If I crash in the afternoon, I'm definitely going to be up early. I only need 4 to 5 hours sleep.
And the other thing too is I find is like you said, you get up at 3:30 instead of 4:30.
Right.
Is I wake up and then I tell myself, oh, go back to sleep for an hour, and then that entire time you're not sleeping that good because you're afraid you're going to oversleep another hour.
Exactly. What's up, Justin?
So,
And you know what's funny about it, Paul?
Everyone.
You say if I get up at 3 o'clock, 3:30 to go to the bathroom, and I say, all right, I'm going to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. When I open my eye again, it's 3:35.
Yep.
It's 3:40. And I lay there and I'm like, I'm not going to look at the phone. I'm not going to look at the phone. I'm not going to look at the phone. And I look at the phone, 3:50.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, Justin is in Studio J.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes, we've noticed that there are no new modifications to the wall. But we are
never
taking
been any
notes.
Modification. It's always been like this.
Huh?
No new modifications. It always been like this.
Yeah, right.
No new modifications.
We have watched, Justin, the evolution. You might be able to convince some people that there wasn't a change, but we've seen a big change over the last 3 months.
I plead the fifth. See, John got a racing drone.
Yes, he got a red cat. He got a red cat.
I didn't even know they made
210.
racing drones, but
That's
Yeah.
that's Spectrum Protocol, I believe.
I didn't either.
Spectrum.
Yeah, the red cat is a Spectrum Protocol. It's a decent bird. It is definitely the kind of racing drone you want if you don't want to build anything and you want to just pull it out the box, put the battery in, and fly.
Their cars
That's
are
how
like
they
that,
made.
too.
That's how they made most of their money because it came with a controller, and the
It comes with a
bird,
controller.
huh?
It comes with a controller.
Yeah. The red cat, the red cat 210 comes with a controller and the drone. Basically, it's bound from the factory. All you have to do is put a battery in and power it up, and if you know how to fly, you'll smash into the ceiling. Because that's
That's the
usually
same
what people
company that
do.
makes the cars too.
Yeah, they make RC cars.
Yeah,
Yes,
their cars
yes.
are the same way.
Uh-huh.
The only thing is that
They're true RTF.
you
ready to
really
fly.
can't. Yeah, but you can do minor upgrades to them in their cars. But I don't know about the drones. Anything too much,
The only thing, well,
it'll drive like crap because the chassis are not designed to take that kind of power.
right. The only thing that I do know
Mhm.
about the Red Cat is it comes with a 25 milliwatt VTX and switchable to 200. That's the only thing. And 25 milliwatt is for racing locally on a small field, and then 200, of course, is to go a little further. That's the only thing that you can do to the Red Cat 210 that I know of.
Okay.
And trust me, I did a lot of research on racing drones, man. But apparently not enough because I brought enough to fail.
Yeah, no.
And
See the wall.
Herman went through. Now, Saigon drone fix. Honestly, if you're going to get into FPV, look for something that's bind and fly, where you can buy the receiver and put it in. And usually that's FR Sky. Will you agree, Mr. Crawley and Justin?
I think FR Sky is probably the easiest to deal with.
Right.
Well, since
Crossfire is difficult or challenging from what I understand. I shouldn't say that because I haven't done it yet. All I mess with
It
is
all depends on what you plan on doing. That's
right.
well, since here's a suggestion, since Twan is kind of the Mr. Fix-It drones in New York City, right?
Saigon.
this is a different fix.
Oh no, what I'm thinking is Saigon is maybe Saigon should contact
Hadley,
Justin out there on the West Coast,
Justin Hadley,
and he
have
could
him.
be the East Coast outlet for Hadley's famous FPV pre-built drones, custom-built drones.
That's a lot of words, man.
Yeah,
I know.
see it now.
Yep.
That's actually a pretty nice drone. I'm looking at it now. It's like got a nice controller and everything like that. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's a decent bird. At 200 milliwatts, you should be able to fly up to about 150, 200 feet away from you.
Okay.
Roughly. The milliwatts are
That's
usually
pretty
how it usually in footage. I couldn't tell you how it's really calculated, but I've guesstimated 200 milliwatts to give you roughly, give or take, 200 feet. That's the link to the Red Cat.
Well, that's one doing a review on it.
How does it do in the wind?
It's a racing drone. That particular
pretty
Red Cat racing drone hits about 35, 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, so John got one for a training drone. He was actually out here where I live yesterday, and we were flying, and I let him fly my little Sin Whoop. Hey, what's up, Big Matt? I'm sorry. How are you, bro?
Hey.
I let him fly my Sin Whoop, and then
So
I let him put, I used your goggles, Justin, to
Yeah.
fly with, and I let him put my goggles on, and I did a couple of flybys, and this is the first time he admitted that he jumped a few times because you got the goggles on, and then all of a sudden you right past you. It was kind of fun. I admit I was trying to scare him.
Hey, Herman, does that sound like fun to you?
It's all
Right
right.
past your head, zoom.
I mean, I've worked down the subway tunnels and the train passing by, so
See, he's done
The
that.
only difference is they're on rails. This is just flying.
yeah, but when that hits you, it's gonna stop.
Yeah, that's true.
You learn how to get out of the way.
It's gonna end.
I mean, look at when I put the goggles on with the with the new drone, I didn't almost chop my neck off.
You talking about in the park there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because what people don't realize with FPV, when you take off, the throttle just gives you lift. But a lot of times, because the only knob that's fixed is this center button here. This one is free flying. So what happens is when people take off with the throttle to go up, for some reason they pull back on this stick here. But Justin went to take off and they're like, kill it.
Yeah, I killed it after it hit me a couple of times.
You almost killed yourself, huh?
But they teach you to press the stick. When you learn to fly FPV, you have to take that stick and push forward. Because if you don't push forward, it will come back. As to why, I know not, but it does that for some reason.
That never happened to you with your drone, your regular
With
drone?
me, my regular drone?
Yeah.
No, because I stand back 10, 15 feet.
So it's a good thing Justin was with you when that happened.
Well, it was because if he cut his jugular, I'd have to hold it until EMS got there.
You don't have to.
I can see.
Mr. Crowley, you didn't have to.
I can see Justin now, a year from now, telling people, "Look, stand back. This thing shoots over my shoulder when I take off. I don't know why."
You hear that, Justin?
Yeah.
You're gonna go for that, man.
I'm just laughing because a guy posted something in
Hold on 1 second. Big Matt says if you're free tomorrow, Herman, he's
Yeah.
got something for you. What were you saying now,
I'm
Justin?
actually not free tomorrow.
Nah, so a guy put a post in a Sinwoo group.
Okay.
Guys like starting to piecing together a computer.
Right.
So he pieces it together, everything with the case. It comes up to 1959.
Right.
So, of course, it's a Ryzen build. I understand Ryzen. I'm like, people love Ryzen because it's cheaper, but sometimes cheaper is not always good. So,
Well, I've come to find that out in FPV.
so Micro Center has a Dell Alienware Area 51 R5 gaming PC. It's $1,400. It comes with an i7 78X.
Mm-hmm.
It comes
Right.
with a GTX 1080, which is 11 gigs, not 8, 11.
Wow.
16 gigs of RAM. It's a solid state drive, 2 terabyte drive.
Okay.
It's $14.99.
And he doesn't want to buy it.
No, someone comment under me. Oh, that's the worst CPU or GPU. I'm like, you got.
You want to know what? You want to know what, Justin? You can't sell a used car salesman a used car. So usually when people make stupid comments like that, it's sometimes just good to just sit back and let them invest their money.
And mind you, it's refurbished, which is fine. You can always buy a warranty from Micro Center if it goes wrong.
Some people just don't get it though.
So hey, go spend $2,100 and you'll be disappointed. That's how I feel.
Some people don't feel they're getting their money's worth unless they spend crazy amounts of money. I don't know about you, but that's not how I was taught. It must be nice, huh? Okay, I'm going to spend $56,000 on a Tesla, and it catches fire in my garage. You know, there's just some people feel they have to spend a lot of money for something, and Herman got me thinking this way. But whenever I see a car on fire, the first thing I look to see is if it's a Tesla. Because they're known to catch fire after being driven. They're known to catch fire in the middle of the night for no reason. They're known to just catch fire on the highway at 60 miles an hour.
What he said, Matt says,
But people,
39.
hey, Justin, a Ryzen 9 is the bomb processor. I just configured one in Micro Center. Hope to get it soon.
AMD is good. I mean, they're killing Intel. They're only killing Intel on the price. Intel fails. They're failing with their prices. So Ryzen is coming out. I think that's a 8-core processor. I don't remember. Where let's say that processor is 300. An 8-core processor for Intel will probably be like 600.
Big Matt goes, it's half the price of Intel.
Yeah.
Well, Big Matt, you got to look at it this way. Either you want to wear Jordans or you want to wear Skechers.
That's awesome.
They're both sneakers.
That's pretty funny, dude.
They're both sneakers, though. That's now I've heard a lot of good. Now hold on, I've heard that I know some people that swear by Ryzen for gaming. I'm an old school IT person. When I got my bachelor's in computer science, to take your test, the teacher was the only one with a computer. Now to get your bachelor's in computer science, you got to have a damn laptop. I don't know about the new technology. I've seen people swear over Ryzen, but I'm old school Intel. I grew up when Intel had training pants on.
Whatever, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard for me to be impartial.
You know, Lawrence.
Yeah.
You know, coming out of college, you know, if you're a good ball
What's
player,
up, Ray?
if somebody offers you a contract to wear Skechers, you got to feel real bad about your ball game.
No, let me explain something. I have nothing against Skechers. Never mind.
Well, it's definitely
Never mind.
Never
mind, Paul.
Definitely
Paul,
would be a different design in their
Paul, just
never
mind.
In their promo video for sure.
Hey, cool, Bick, I sent you an invite.
I wear Skechers.
Come about this guy sold 2 pairs of shoes all season.
I mean, it's just it's. I don't.
You
Most
know what?
people
It's
that build
personal
Real
preference.
quick.
It's personal
it's
preference.
personal
It's like
preference.
racing drones. Either you like a 5-inch standard X or you like a stretched X. It's personal preference, to be honest, because it I know how to make what I have work. When everybody was flying DJI, I was still flying solo. Proud.
Yeah, but he was dying to get into that DJ.
Yes, I was. Yes, you're right. But I knew economically I couldn't afford it. So what did
Oh,
I do?
Ray.
I saved up. What's up, Ray? I saved
up?
up for a DJI.
Fellas. Who talking about sketches of old man sneakers, huh?
No, that's New Balance.
Oh, but he said it's like, do you want to wear Skechers or do you want to wear Jordans? And I'm like, damn, that's rough. Coming out of college and they offer you a contract to wear Skechers, you got to feel bad about your game.
Or something that you already-
And again, you'll never know. You put the right person on them, they might blow them up.
Hey, we got these Converse from the factory.
Intel just is better in some programs that are designed for single core processing and quick sync processing, but AMD faster multi-core processing and have dedicated graphics. This is true. That's why
But hey,
multi-core.
see, that's the thing. You do not want dedicated graphics. That's the worst.
Right, but this is why multi-core was created. You need a processor for graphics and you need a processor for processing everything else. This is why they have multi-core processors. Half of that 8-core is going to graphics and half of it is going towards making that computer run.
Just buy a high-speed graphics card, you kill all that. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much, you could buy a processor with the graphics built
Hey,
in.
Mr.
You don't
Crawley,
want
someone
that.
said hello to you.
Like the computer at my job, it's a PC. I could render like a 2-hour video in like about 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
What's up? Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, R9.
It's I'm gonna
That's the
be
thing,
honest.
you
Big
can
Mac,
get-
the R9 graphics is on chip now. It's personal preference. That's why some people drive Audi. That's why some people drive BMW. That's why some people drive Mercedes. It's you have the options to do it. There are just some
you think
people that are
about
going to drive Audi all the time. There's some people that are going to drive Mercedes all the time.
But if you think about it, if you use that CPU with that onboard graphics and you get a graphics card, what happens to that onboard graphics on that processor? It's obsolete.
Yeah. I see your point in that. I can't say anything. Justin built my machine. I haven't had any problems with it. The only thing that I need, when Justin knows, is a better graphics card, because my 4K at 60, every 10 seconds will go like it's drinking. It'll just go,
But
you
like,
know.
like I said,
But
AMD
everything else I've run on this machine has been flawlessly. Now, when I first got the machine, I did give specs for 4K at 30. So now I'm ready to grow.
Okay.
You know, I'm just not putting on a pair of Skechers.
Hey, Lawrence, you remember
right
Para Zero?
now, AMD is winning right now because of you're getting the same performance as an Intel chip at half the price.
That's the price.
Yeah.
That's
What
what's
were
killing Intel.
what were you saying,
Still didn't learn.
Herman?
About Para Zero. The company that makes the parachutes for the drone, Para
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I heard that.
they got 40 waivers for flying over people so far.
They got what?
40 waivers on the part 10739 for flying over people.
Because they trust their system that much.
Well, the FAA does.
You want to know what? Why don't you talk about Herman gave us a bunch. Herman sends, while I'm at work, Herman sends me stuff that he wants to talk about at night. And I told him I will not talk about the Mavic Mini. So I'm going to let Herman talk about the Mavic Mini, because I will not support the Mavic Mini. Nor do I want to look at one or see one. I don't care.
But it's so cute.
They're
It's
so
not
cute.
even about the
Actually
point
kinda
of the
cool.
cuteness of it. It's not even about the point of talking about the Mavic Mini. Never said I wanted to talk about the Mavic Mini, but if you had looked
See,
the stuff that I had sent you, you would understand where I was going with that. But
As soon as I saw
you
Mavic
just
Mini,
think it's a Mavic Mini, so you just dismiss it without
Well,
educating.
yeah, exactly. Well, any can in the world.
And it's not good.
Yeah.
All I gotta say
Because
is
most people are disillusioned by that drone, you know, and that's sad.
And how
Because
is that?
people think that because it's 149 grams that they don't have to register the drone. But once you put the what do you call it over the prop guards on, you're now talking about a drone that's now over that weight limit.
that's true. So all the people are buying this Mavic Mini, saying, "Oh, I don't have to register. I don't have to register."
Yeah, I get
Like-
prop guards.
But like Herman says, once you put those prop guards on, that's over the 250 limit.
Now, what were those prop guards intended for? They're totally enclosed, right?
Yeah.
So now you remember when they were talking about the waivers for flying over people and the things that they were going to
Night Train.
they were going to accept.
Night Train
totally
just said.
enclosed propellers.
Night Train just said sticker pack prop guards, a beacon light will make it over 250.
Right.
100% right.
Exactly.
Just to fly it indoor.
Well, no, I'm just saying to you, it can be flown outside. You see, you got to open your mind. It's not for flying indoors.
So is this drone made to fly indoors? Is that what you think?
That,
Oh,
well,
it's for outdoors.
Listen,
apparently,
y'all can keep that damn Mavic Mini.
Hey, I got a question for you computer experts. Roger, you may or may not know, is trying to buy a computer for Kim because his computer's about had it. If I put up a quick share to show you what he's looking at,
okay.
you can maybe tell us if it's a good buy or not.
Well, that's Justin and Ray down
That
there.
has nothing to do with me.
Put it up. And Matt's in the chat too. Me
Yeah,
and
Matt.
Justin's there, so just put it
Matt,
up.
Justin, and Ray would know.
Okay.
So we're not going to talk about drones anymore?
Well, we're going to come back to that, but this is for
It's drone related.
Canadian. This is for Canadian Drone Hub. If you guys let me know when you see it.
I'm going to show you guys my Christmas list too. Acer.
What attracted them to this is, of course, the free shipping, but also the price. Because if you go down here and you look at competitors' pricing, they're $1,200, $2,000, $1,600 for the same one.
Well, there's a reason why.
Right.
That's
It's
why.
something different.
I mean, the graphics card is only 4 gigs. Not bad, but pretty much the processor he has is the same one that Herman has, but Herman has a GTX 1060. What is it? 6 gigs? Only has 8 gigs of memory with 16 gigs of Optane memory, so that boosts that up.
1 terabyte hard drive.
That's definitely going to need a solid state, but I mean, that's a good start. But
Well, he was looking at the price because this is the exact one that Roger uses on Canadian Drone Hub, and
Yeah.
Roger paid $1,800 for it at Staples.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
oh, that's why. It's because he bought it from Staples. I hate to say it.
So
Hold on,
anyway,
let
well,
me see if I could find.
thanks for the input. I didn't mean to disrupt it, but I just remembered because, you know, for the average person out here, especially the guys that are maybe just sitting here and watching, they're not computer experts, but I know that there's some guys on the panel here that pretty much are, you know.
Yeah, they know this stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, but
Yeah.
Windows 10 requires you have a minimum of 6 gig.
Man,
And that's only
No,
that's
it's
only-
8 gigs.
yeah.
huh?
No, you need at least 8 gigs to run Windows 10.
Minimum.
Yeah, but a minimum of 6 you can get by.
Yes, but
Not anymore, huh?
Nah,
What
I'm
about-
outdated
is
already.
nothing. Yeah, 6 is nothing.
Lawrence, what about the camera glitching and stuff like that?
You gotta get a video card. Mm.
Let's see.
The RX 580 is already obsolete. Big Matt says.
Okay.
But hold on. It's obsolete, but if you think about it, that's a perfect opportunity to get a
Get a
last
good deal.
gen card. So you could get a RX, what a 580, 8 gigs for like right now, like $179, which is good. You're getting an 8 gig with DDR5 memory graphics card for $180.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what you're saying is with the RX 580, even though it's outdated, if you bump up your graphics card, that should take some stress off of the processor.
You're talking about the graphics card itself.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Look, if you know, I'm the Micro Center scavenger, so
Matt is too.
so look at this. This is a RX 580, 8 gigs refurbished. If you could find it at a Micro Center, it's only $150.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
and they're gonna give you the warranty like if it's brand new, you know.
Uh-huh.
You could buy extra warranty on top of that, and you get warranty from the company, which is like 3 years.
Yep. Well,
That's
quiet
not
as
bad.
kept. Quiet as kept. I'm about to
But
go. Me and
now
Matt
you
about
guys
get
have to
my
take in-
machine, and I done bought all kinds of stuff, man.
You guys have to take into account though, these guys that are buying the computer, Roger and Kim, are not savvy enough to open up that machine and put in that graphics card in it, even though it's plug and play. But
That's why I asked them what they're using it for. What they're using it for.
He uses it for. He's upstairs and he likes to get online and do his show from upstairs and whatever.
Okay.
Just pretty much for social.
Is he
That's all
going
you
to
need.
edit with that machine?
Not much.
no, I
Alright,
doubt
so-
it.
Here, let me share this. Look at this one. This is on Amazon. I don't know if they have it in Canada, but what's the share button? I don't
Right.
know.
You have to find something that they can open up out of the box.
But look at this. You wouldn't have to open that up. That has it's an i5. That's still good. If he's not doing too much, it has a GTX, which is a newer version, 8 gigs, 240 gigs solid state, and a 1 terabyte drive. And it has Wi-Fi built into it.
The Wi-Fi built in would be great for him due to the fact that he's right above Roger, and he wouldn't have to worry about plugging in hardwire.
Yeah.
And you could go higher, but this would probably be like the highest one with everything in it.
He
60.
might want a hardwire because with the way their setup is over there.
But that's the thing. You could run hardwire and the Wi-Fi and have 2 solid connections. That's what I do. So you basically doubling up on your signal.
And like I say, the only reason I brought it up, and I'm sorry for changing the subject, but I know that there's a lot of people out there. You guys just live and breathe computers, and you know about plug and play and all that stuff. But I would say probably 80% of the people that are out there are not in that category. I know I'm not.
Well, if you say that they're not going to be editing footage, because if they're taking raw footage and just uploading it to YouTube, and the computer's basically for social media and to be able to go live, he shouldn't have a problem with the one Justin was showing for like 7 and change for 703. That one there. In fact, Justin, if you can forward Paul that link, Paul could probably forward it to Roger faster. Kim wants to be able to play The Sims and FPV training on it.
Ah, Roger's in the chat. You can
Yeah.
in the chat. If you can put the link in it.
Yeah. If you
Sims
put
and
the
FPV.
link, put the link in the chat, Justin.
Yeah, hold on, I got you. I'm pretty sure you could convert it to Canadian to see if they have it too.
Because I know both Roger and Kim would appreciate some expert knowledge in that area because they're just out there figuring, well, what's the price and what's the best or what for the lowest price. And,
Wow, the
Well,
link is too much
If
work.
they can pull it out of the box and plug it up to a monitor and be good to go. Hey Ray, Saigon 98 Drone Fix says what's good. You know who that is, right? Huh?
Who?
That's our local New York Tech.
Okay. What up, Joe?
Huh?
What up, Joe?
No. Yeah. Okay.
You said our
Okay.
local New York Tech?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Our local DJI Tech.
I got you.
All right. Yeah. There you go.
Ain't no more.
The link is actually too big to put in chat, so I'm gonna just put the name.
The link is too big.
Yeah, it's too many words. It's like 329 words.
Oh, yeah.
When I went and looked at the link, I thought I would just put it in there, have you guys look at it, but it was like 3 or 4 columns down.
It's not bad.
Well,
You
all I
got
can
Roger's
say is,
email?
huh?
You got Roger's email?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can.
You can
Yeah,
put that in chat.
hold on.
I mean, how does he feel about a laptop?
I think they're both used to having the full, the
The
box.
desktop, right?
Yeah.
So Dell got that. I mean, Microsoft got that Surface. That Surface laptop is crazy.
Hold on, I'm getting his email right now. I'm sorry. I just had to surgically do it. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat, Justin, so you can send it to him.
All right, hold on.
Here's his email right here. And you can send whatever you want to Roger that way. I think that'll be.
Rory's in the house.
Hey,
Who?
Rory, that's his rabbit. That's if Rory runs around the house and it's just like a house cat.
The house bunny.
Yeah, house bunny.
House bunny. Oh, he's cool, huh?
It looks like Rory's doing a lot better there, Sean.
Yeah, he is doing much better. Thank you.
Rory had surgery, what was it, about a month ago?
did he?
He ended up not having the surgery.
Oh, he didn't.
Everything, the swelling and everything went down.
Good.
Yeah, that was a killer. We were like bumming out, but it wasn't cancer.
Oh, good.
But,
Justin, I sent it in the Zoom chat.
The Zoom chat.
Off today. Can't wait for your Mavic Mini next week. If you guys don't stop talking about that daggone bird, stop it. Stop it, man. If I had a grumpy old man to put up back here, that's what I'd be doing, Paul, right now.
Well,
on
Lawrence-
screen.
Lawrence, I thought you ordered one of those.
What I was
Trust me, I could find a lot
all I
better
was
uses
saying
for-
to you, Lawrence, that it wasn't about the Mavic Mini. It was just about getting waivers for flying over people
Listen,
and what was necessary.
guys,
listen,
I'm
I'm gonna
getting,
tell you, I could
It
find a
had
much
nothing to
better
do with
use.
the Mavic Mini.
I could find a much better use for $400 than the Mavic Mini.
I'm getting rid of all my FPV stuff. I want a Maverick Mini wicked bad.
He lies.
I'm getting out of this FPV crap. Maverick Mini is
I want to say thanks to everyone that supported me. Those guys for getting me out there in YouTube land. Well, now that you're editing video, I hope to see a lot more footage other than on social media. Start putting that stuff on YouTube.
Hey, Matt, you gonna be home tomorrow? Because I got to run into
Drone Life,
Manhattan early in the morning.
Drone Life, 900 for mine at Best Buy, 1 terabyte hard drive, 256 SSD, 16 gig RAM memory, reserve memory, Bluetooth. I'm Jay Santiago goes, am I still getting a Mavic 2 Pro? Yes, I am. Because after the new year, when they announced the Mavic 3 coming out and you could fly it with the watch, everyone will be selling their Mavic 2s like hotcakes.
Well, did you see where Twan's got one for sale that's refurbed and everything? 3 batteries, the whole bit. I think it was $1,200.
12? Yeah.
You want to know what?
I'm not gonna say that.
Justin's been trying to get a Mavic 2 for a while.
Uh,
I did hit him up about that, and I didn't get a response back. That's all I gotta say.
He might not have had it in stock when you asked him.
yeah, because he just was
He
talking
posted
about
that.
it just
I
yesterday.
sent him a message right away.
Just yesterday, then that's about the fourth or fifth one, Paul, since Justin's been trying since the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
You know what?
And
I will
you know what
get.
else? You know what else he has for you, Lawrence? He said he has a splash drone too, a refurb, for like $700 because they were $1,800 when they first came out.
You know what I would do with a splash drone? Splash gasoline on it and light it. Brant Ariel says, "Take your meds, Paul."
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Paul's blood sugar is low. He hasn't had enough of his brownie count for the day.
Yeah, I got to get my brownies.
That's what that is. You want to know what? I do.
Grumpy.
Jay Santiago, seriously, I do plan on getting a Mavic Pro.
Grumble.
I will have a Mavic Pro, and I will still keep my Phantom 4 Pro too. I'm not getting rid of that for nothing in the world.
I just sold one of my Phantoms for like $1,600.
Wow.
Well, and the key
Just
to Lawrence,
enough to get a Mavic 2 Pro.
the key to Lawrence,
Grumble.
the key to Lawrence's statement, and Herman, you'll verify this is that he said that he is going to get a Mavic 2 Pro. Remember,
Yeah,
it wasn't
what's
that
the
long ago
big-
he would never own a Mavic, and then he got a Mavic Pro.
Oh,
Now he's-
Paul, I was
Yeah.
about to say something about that like 20 minutes ago. This guy was dead ass against that Maverick. I ain't messing no Maverick. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
All it is grumble.
I'm gonna say one thing. He ain't have it that long before he got a Phantom 4. I guess he realized
Yeah.
that nice shot ain't getting it with that
Yeah.
Maverick.
Listen, let me explain something here.
Grumble.
I'm used to getting things after everyone else. I've been like that all my life. So
So this is a strategy.
to get the Mavic 2 when the Mavic 3 comes out, I'm still in heaven.
There you go.
Y'all really think that drone coming out?
Dude, you want to know why? DJI just came out with a watch that can act as a beacon.
I saw that.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
Ostilov, those of you who have Ostilov on Twitter, he's 85 to 95% right. He showed this watch 3 months ago, and everyone was like, what is DJI coming out with a watch for? And this
I
was
told you
before,
DJI
this was
gonna put out a
before
watch over a year
Skydio
ago.
launched, but it was before Skydio launched their bird. So DJI had a heads up knowing Skydio. Right now, DJI's vault is so big. If you came out with a drone that shot spitballs, they'd probably have one that shot BBs.
You heard me, Lauren? I told you that over a year ago that DJI was going to put out a watch.
Yeah, that's true. Herman did mention
And it's
that.
not because I seen anything or I heard anything. It's just, where else are they going to go? It's just like everything. That's where everything else is going, to a watch.
Now, my problem is with this watch. If this watch can control a drone, you'll probably have cancer in your wrist in 3 to 5 years.
Oh, you're probably only gonna get like 100 feet. You ain't gonna get too far, like no OcuSync on the watch.
I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know.
That watch's gonna die. That battery gonna die on that watch and try to keep up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's designed for that long. If they're gonna use it for the drone, it's close proximity. Trust me on that.
Well, or
It's a
like
start.
Ray's saying, maybe you got to plug in a great big huge battery and stick it in your pocket. and hook it to your-
No way in the world that battery's gonna last. No way.
I agree. I do agree with you, but it's the start. It may be enough just to keep the drone locked on you, because the Mavic 3 is supposed to come out with full APAS.
Like I
Okay,
said to
so
you
if
earlier,
it has, if the
Skydio
Mavic
is
3
going
has
to
full
change how
APAS,
drones are
and I turn-
manufactured.
if I do the Dick Tracy thing and on the watch, it should be able to follow me. Right?
Well, yeah, but in your case, you'll get a message on the same watch saying, "How do I cook rice?" And so,
Paul, you've got issues.
As the smoke is going out the kitchen window.
You got issues, Paul. You do know that, right? All I know is they are wearing all these watches and these things that broadcast. Worse enough, you're walking around with a cell phone in your pocket, and let them tell you that doesn't promote cancer. And then by the time we're old and gray and in our hovering wheelchairs, they'll say, "Remember back when those 4G cell phones were out?"
Yep.
Well, if you got a headache after using it for 4 minutes, that's why. You know,
Lawrence?
they always come out with some stuff like
Lawrence, let me fill you in a little bit on that. Just like there's no such thing as I'm not a smoker,
that. Yeah.
because the amount of smoke and pollution that's in our air,
Mhm.
we're all smokers,
Yeah.
we're all susceptible to lung cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever noticed that from the satellite to cell phone is not a direct beam. It's a
Right, it
field.
goes to a
You're
relay.
walking in this field all day, every day.
True.
So stop worrying about those things, because you're only going to drive yourself crazy worrying about those.
I'm not driving myself crazy because I'm not putting on a watch to fly a damn
Lawrence,
drone.
Lawrence is going to be the new version of the Bubble Boy.
Now, you know,
Only
I
if you-
buy a lot of stuff, but I would not.
Grumble, grumble, grumble,
No,
grumble,
to,
grumble,
to
grumble.
be honest, I'm not. I'm not in the drone world for fancy gadgets. I want a controller in my hand with a lanyard around my neck, and that's how I'm flying. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be like you guys. You remember the little boy with Gigantor with the box with 2 sticks? That's how people are going to be with their watch trying to fly a drone. I'm not for all of it. That's what my nephew calls smoke and mirrors.
Crashing
Every time
in the trees, all
DJI
that
comes
kind of
out with
stuff.
something, they throw a smoke pellet and they go poof. Look what we got now.
Hey, Mr. Crowley, what you got there?
No,
You said nothing.
Dinner. Rory's sharing with him.
He's going nothing.
Dinner.
he's down there trying to eat it.
Okay, guys. Next month I have one.
Rice
Hold
cake.
on, Justin. This is for you.
There you go.
Okay,
Justin.
guys. Next month I have one Mavic 2 Pro with 1 battery. First come, first serve. $1,100.
I mean, the time passed already. Yes,
Mavic Pro for 11.
we'll see.
A Mavic 2 Pro with
With
3
one
batteries.
battery. Now see,
Wow.
Who's
Now-
that? Who's
now,
that? Who's walking
Twan?
in?
Yeah.
Tuan, we might be able to talk. You know, I may have to delete this statement here so no one else sees it, but for
Now,
1,100, we might be able to talk.
That was Twan.
Yeah.
Told you guys, he's the man. Get it. Get it.
$1,200 from
We'll
Twan
see.
for the Mavic 2 with 3 batteries.
And you're
With
gonna
1
get-
battery
You're gonna get a year warranty.
and
Yeah,
a 1-year
that's what he
warranty.
said.
And a 1-year warranty from Saigon 98 Drone
Yep.
Fix.
Yep.
Yo,
Do we have a confirmed date when this is going to be available? So start the auction.
all I can say is, Twan, I'm interested. You hear, Paul? Damn it.
Listen, you got rid of your Mavic 2, your Zoom?
My Mavic Pro?
I sold the Zoom so I can get the Mavic.
Oh, yeah. Justin's going to beat you to it.
Uh-oh.
They're going to be scrapping in the yard for
The
it.
bidding is on.
Hey, it's first come, first serve. It is what it is.
Hey, Twan,
You can
you're
sell
going to
your
need some FPV information from me.
Lawrence, sell your FPV stuff.
I'm surprised Lawrence
No,
hasn't put us on
no,
hold. and
because
gone over and
you
made a-
know what's gonna happen? If he has one for 1,100, later on in the month he'll probably have one for about 15. So what I will get a Mavic 2 Pro, but I'm not selling my Phantom. I'm not selling my Mavic Pro, and I'm not selling any of my race. Well,
Oh, you're gonna
Maybe
get rid
one
of the
or two
Mavic
might
Pro
go.
if you get the 2.
what happened?
You know,
You're gonna get rid of the Mavic Pro if you get the 2.
No, man.
Trust me.
I'm keeping my Mavic Pro.
You say that now. Let's
no
let's
good reason.
Listen,
Put this on record.
let me explain something to you. Right now, my Mavic 2 is like Superman. It go where it want. And that's all I'm going to say.
What you need to ask Twan is how much he'll give you trade in with your Mavic Pro on the Mavic 2.
He don't want to do those. He don't want to do those no more.
Yeah, he don't do trade-ins no more.
Not with the Mavic Pro no more.
Yeah,
Nah.
because you can sell a Mavic Pro for $600 to $700 easy.
Right. You right.
That's an easy $600-700 with and Paul, I'm not selling it because you gave me that charger for it as well.
That's right.
And nobody can have that charger. So that's one package.
That's
And
your
I like the
charger.
fact.
Yep. You do with it what you want. If you want to sweeten the deal with that charger, that's up to you.
No. I'm keeping it.
I'll take it.
Wednesday
Here's
night
the
with
deal.
those guys, number 29, Lawrence at 95 minutes into stream said no drone watch. Keep recorded.
Uh-huh. Right.
You will not see
Exactly.
me with a drone watch. You're right,
Exactly.
Jay Santiago.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
You heard that, right?
Yep.
Now, when it's necessary to fly the drone, you're gonna be like, okay.
It won't be necessary. I cannot see DJI making it necessary to wear a watch to
Oh
fly.
my
the
goodness.
bird.
Well, what'll happen to
You
Herman is
also didn't think they were gonna.
he'll show up with that watch on, and he'll make no big deal out of it. Oh yeah, well, whatever. Then he'll change the subject because he's good at
Uh-huh.
it.
Right. You didn't think that they would tell you. You didn't think that they would also give you a reason to have 2 drones that go in the purse, right? You're now talking about keeping the Mavic Pro and getting the Mavic Pro 2. Look at you.
Why not? I'm telling you, the Mavic Pro. That's
You need
my
2 purse drones.
That's my little bird when I do little local stuff here in town.
That's the same as what you're getting.
I wouldn't use my Mavic 2 for little shots like that. I need a workhorse, and the Mavic Pro is good enough for the pictures that I need to take for the local town community here that they'd like me to take pictures
You
of
better be
buildings going up.
redundant though, because the Mavic 2 Pro you're going to buy will do the same thing.
No, you don't understand, Paul. The Phantom 4 Professional and the Mavic 2 Pro come out when there's money being asked for. You get it? Now that free picture stuff that I'm putting on Facebook groups so people can see their old town they used to live in, Mavic Pro. Now, if you want to talk money, I'll pull out the Mavic 2 Pro or I'll pull out the Phantom 4 Pro. That's what we're talking about. Jay Santiago, 95 minutes into the stream.
Ray's laughing his ass off.
Because you're not going to see too much difference in the shot. I'm telling you. Fucking 4K is 4K.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care about that, but the Mavic Pro is a perfect training bird as well. I teach people how to
It's still a
fly.
badass bird, Lawrence. Forget about
Hold on,
training
hold on.
bird. It's still a badass
I'm
bird.
not teaching no one to fly on a daggone Mavic 2 Pro that I just
Who
brought.
you teach how to fly on that drone?
Yeah, that's we didn't
Hey,
know.
you funny.
We didn't know.
Who do you teach how to fly on that drone?
Yeah, we didn't know you had a flight school going on.
Every now and then I get someone coming through. I'm not like
To
other
learn
group-
on their drone.
I'm not like other group members that wear hard hats and vests and stand there.
To learn on their
I wasn't
drone.
gonna say anything.
So you
I
don't
said
take
it-
$40 a
We
lesson?
could gather everyone in a group
Right. I'm
to learn how
Paul.
to fly.
That I'm not charging $40 a lesson and wearing a hard hat and a vest and standing on a street corner.
With no
Yeah.
t-shirt?
Hold on. But what about the 3 cones, though?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the cones around the landing
Just
pad.
setting up a perimeter for
Oh,
yourself.
you rocking the vest with no t-shirt
Uh-huh.
and jeans?
Right.
Oh,
Like
so
in the
that's
village
how it's
people?
gonna be in the summertime. Just a hard hat and a vest.
Well,
Nothing under it.
is it true, Lawrence? Herman says that you also put the cones out, but you have one of those old World War II sirens that you wind that up to let everybody know you're getting ready to take off.
Incoming.
You got jokes, Paul.
So you know what, Lawrence? The other morning, right? Andrew says to me, he goes, I just wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to clear something up. Is it true that when you fly your drone, you dress up like an American Airlines pilot? I'm like, do you know how much more cops would get called on you if you were doing that shit here in New York?
Ooh, maybe I should get a pilot's hat when I fly.
What happened?
Maybe I should get a pilot's hat when I fly.
Yo, let me mention something to you guys real quick. And you know, everybody in this group is registered their drones, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really follow the registration rules, you know about when you're crashing your drone, what you're supposed to do. When you buy a drone from somebody else, what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So have you any done that? Like, Lawrence, you bought drones from this one. Have you ever went on and see exactly what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to put that guy's information where you got that drone from.
Right.
No, I have not done that.
Because a friend of mine got in trouble for that. He sold this guy a drone and he crashed it. When he got crashed it, he called the guy who owned the drone previously. And the FAA is like, he had no record that they had sold the drone. So you really got to document that on their website, and they charge you like $5 for that.
Yep.
No, I didn't. I'll admit I have not done that.
Not saying on you. I'm guilty of it myself. I'm just saying that the drone I had just got from Twan after he did the deal with me. I had to register because my boss owned the previous one, so I had to check the information and make it like it's my drone now.
Well, I had to do that through my insurance company, but that was it. I didn't do it through the FAA.
Because remember, in the beginning, they said one registration number, you could put it on all your drones, remember?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You still have to have it documented that you bought that drone from somebody. They want to know the price you paid for it and everything, bro.
I had no idea.
And the exception to the rule is if you're a 107 pilot, you have to register each drone with a separate
Each
number.
and every one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, each and every one.
Yes. So just keep that in mind. If something, I was reading about that yesterday. I'm like, wow, this is serious.
Well, I know in February, they're supposed to be implementing some new rules pertaining to Lance. I was just reading about it in the news in the paper a couple of days ago. It was a small article. It wasn't anything big, but from what I understand, Lance is going to introduce multiple levels. Right now, we are on level 1. When these drone highways start up, it will be level 2. When the drone taxis start up, it will be level 3. And that's how you will be identified. You will be able to fly in level 1, level 2, or level 3 as a professional.
Yeah.
As a professional, and I can see that happening.
Test yet for the test for the hobbyists?
What happened?
They haven't put the test out yet for the hobbyists.
They haven't either, but they're
Not
pushing really hard Uber's pushing really hard to be the first city in the United States to have taxis go from Manhattan to the airports. My problem with that is with the New York City helicopter traffic, with all of the drone pilots flying in New York, and with the regular airplane traffic, that's going to be real interesting. Because if you see how a taxi cab driver drives on the ground here, now you have unlimited space. I could go 100 feet this way. I could go 1,000 feet that way. They should have a flight path like planes, but I don't think that's going to happen right away. They're just going to say, I'm taking off from 42nd Street and I want to be at Kennedy Airport in 30 minutes. And it's going to go up and make a beeline there. Now, are they going to clear that? My point is, are they going to clear the airspace for this? Or do they have to request a clearance from point A to point B?
Well, especially in your situation, Lawrence, because they can't say that, okay, let's say they assign 500 to 700 feet for Uber, right? But you guys are flying around buildings that you have 400 feet around the building and you can go 400 feet above it.
Well, I'm not worried about it too much because we all know that aircraft that large are not going into our airspace without regulation.
Yeah. And it's pretty much how the FAA is going to label these things. Right now in Virginia and North Carolina, you have drones flying back and forth on regular drone highways from hospital to hospital. They're delivering pharmaceutical drugs. They're delivering hearts. They're doing all of that. But that's one designated highway, like they were working on from Rome, New York to Utica, New York. It's a 50-mile highway. Now, they do not tell us what that altitude is for this highway, but it's a corridor that planes know they have to fly over it.
Yep. Lawrence, did
No.
you see what Big Mac said up there?
No.
He said Lawrence needs to read the disclaimer now.
Exactly. I'm listening to, I was about to say the same thing. Like, what the hell are you talking
All right,
about?
all right. Where the hell?
You and I are on the same wavelength, Ray.
This is
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
just sitting there
not
saying,
good.
okay, I'm gonna let him finish and get it off his chest. And Matt picked it up. Get your ass on, Matt. Get on live, Matt. Get on live.
The
Put that phone on
disclaimer.
live.
The disclaimer is gone. I don't know where the disclaimer is.
check in the right spot.
The views and opinions.
Go on, Matt. Go on, Matt.
The views and opinions stressed tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions stressed by everyone on the panel and certain members in the chat room. Notice I say certain members.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Matt got jokes too, huh? What's up, Rhino? How are you, buddy? You think we should do a drop now, Herman?
Yeah, we could do that. But Lawrence,
If you bring up Mavic Mini again, I'm going to delete you.
Lawrence, listen to me. When you buy the Fly More combo, it comes with that nice little case that fits in.
Yeah.
And it comes with 2 extra sets of props, the screwdriver to release the screws, and two extra sets of screws so you can take the props off, put the props back on.
Everyone's got jokes tonight. You see what I got to go through, Mr.
And then you
Crowley?
could, then
Hey,
when you
where
put
can
them
I
on
get
the
the
show,
Mavic
you
Mini?
could put the Mavic Mini, the Mavic Pro.
You want to know how I feel about the Mavic
I
Mini?
think I'm gonna get the Mavic Mini.
Hold on. You want to know how I
Definitely.
feel about the Mavic Mini? I saw someone with a tie on, and he's like, yo, dude, he knows I fly drones. He's like, yo, I ordered that Mavic Mini. I said, dude, when you get it, I want you to do me a favor. Wear that tie you have and put it on your tie like a tie clip, because that's how big it freaking is.
It's the same size as that phone you got in your hand.
That's right.
Let me explain something. It could be the size
The
of this
dynamic
Yeti.
range is
It could be the size of
phenomenal.
this Yeti microphone. You will not see a Mavic Mini in my home or me flying it.
Just a minute, we're recording.
Yeah.
That's too bad. We were gonna buy you one.
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
What about the Mavic 3?
The Mavic 3?
Yeah.
If you force me to.
Listen to this guy now. Listen to this if you force him to.
You're forcing me to
Listen
get the
to this. You hear
Mavic
this,
2
right?
Pro.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
it
who's about what, the Mavic 3?
If the Mavic 3, if you force me to.
Well, that's a money. That's a money situation he's talking about right there.
Yeah.
Nah, he's just talking from being grumpy right now.
He's
Yeah, 'cause
playing.
they're about to get the Mavic 2, so they don't want to raise all this money.
Listen. If
Start shedding
my,
some of those drones like that Mavic.
if my
I think-
15-year-old going on 16 leaves for college in 2 years, maybe I could afford the Phantom 5 or the Mavic 4.
Hold on. If she what? Leaves for college? You don't know what you haven't seen what college bills look like, huh?
No, she's going to college in New York. She just can't
You
live
be
here.
Flying that 4 Pro for a few more years, you better get something.
He'll pretty soon he'll be just throwing bicycle wheels up in the air and let him
Jay
spin.
Santiago, now you're instigating things.
He could be
111
like this.
minutes into the stream. Well, Night Train, in retrospect to what you said about the Phantom 5, the only way I see a Phantom 5 coming out in the future is if it's an anniversary version of the DJI Phantom drone.
Yeah, that's not coming out.
That's the only way I see a Phantom 5 coming out. If DJI says, we have this anniversary version that we're going to come out with. But right now, DJI is stuck on the Mavic size, Mavic style bird, plain and simple.
Unless you get the new multi-spectral when it comes out next year or the year after.
Well, we're going to do a dropper.
And those drones are just upgradable through the firmware.
See, that's why I'm getting into FPV, Justin. So I don't have to be harassed by these people anymore.
Well, if
I'm not
you
putting
wasn't-
up with it anymore.
If you wasn't so concrete and absolute in your speech, that wouldn't happen.
and you're supposed to be my boy.
I kind of like
I'm
his
trying to help
personality.
you.
Yeah, I know. Help me, help you, right?
Right, exactly.
I like
All
both.
I know is
Lawrence.
this Sunday
I
we
like
we flying at the
everybody's
park.
personality.
What's that?
Here? Oh,
This
I
Sunday
like
we flying at the park
everybody's
early.
personality, right?
Probably be there before
when they going to that boat graveyard?
they did
Who?
it.
Peeps. Lawrence Peeps got a
I think they
a
did it.
meetup.
The boat graveyard. You mean in Staten Island?
Yeah.
I'm not going over there and walking around in mud to fly.
Or you can stand across the street by the gas station, fly straight on over.
If I go to if I go to Staten Island to fly, I want to refly the that lighthouse, that Staten Island lighthouse we went to.
But Lawrence, let me ask you this: if you said it's a mud graveyard over there, if you go over and you fly in that, you're practicing for when you move up to New York for walking in the snow. So it's like,
See, that's why it's snowing where you live now, damn it.
that's right.
That's why it's snowing where you live now, because you mess with people.
Yeah, that place is kind of nasty though.
No, did Herman,
Actually, in the
will you
summertime.
tell them the conditions that those guys were flying under?
Yeah, it's kind of nasty. You gotta
Not only that,
That's
you're a
the fly from the street.
smorgasbord for everything living in the mud and
Yeah.
over in that swamp area,
Yeah,
including mosquitoes.
Oh,
yeah. All kinds of stuff is in there.
It's
Maybe a
ship-
few
it's a ship-
syringes and
It's a
stuff
ship
too.
graveyard.
Right outside the graveyard. One of my boys owned a big company right there. I'd be right there in this parking lot.
Yeah,
Every time I go to that graveyard, the graveyard is like about 100 feet from there.
yeah. You can fly from across the
fly
street.
from there.
That's exactly where I be at.
Ray can hook you up, Lawrence.
Yeah, you saw my shots. I was right there. I mean, my shots.
Fly from the Chinese restaurant, right there from the parking lot.
No, those guys were being eaten alive while they were flying.
Not this time of year.
Well, the first time I went over there, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, this time of year you don't have to worry about it.
Herman track bugs, man. Herman and track bugs.
I'm not going over there.
We was in Transmitter Park and whatever, not Transmitter Park, the other park, and it was nighttime. Herman was popping bugs. Bang, yo. These
Oh, you
bugs.
talking about over in Grand Ferry?
Yeah, remember?
That
Oh
park
yeah,
is just nasty.
yeah.
Yeah, she said that park was nasty.
That park is just nasty. You
Yeah,
seen the birds that was running around in the bushes.
yeah. Just all the birds.
They were rats, Paul. He
They
said
was just
birds.
chirping away in there. I'm
They
like,
were
those aren't
rats.
birds.
No, we're flying in this park, and you only see this on TV. We're flying in the park, right? And then there's a little bush on the ground. You see the bush go.
And you hear them making all this noise. I'm like, those are not birds chirping.
Yeah, yeah. that because it's right on the water side, and where they have a brand new park right next
They
door
just
to
built
where
that
we're
building.
flying, right next to this place called Grand Ferry. It's actually a ferry launch from the 1800s. That's how they used to get from that part of Brooklyn across into Manhattan. You know, when they had the ropes on the ferry.
Yeah.
But no lie, the bushes were like, Herman was like, yo, you heard that? I was like, yeah, I heard it.
Not birds.
I'm doing a give. See. I'm gonna have to give you time out, Saigon Drone Fix.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing a giveaway on Mavic Mini all after the year. I will post on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, he is.
He's giving it. I'm sorry. I just don't. I just think that the Mavic Mini was a way to make people go from spending
Hey, Lawrence,
$150, $200 on a cheap toy drone to $400.
Lawrence, before we get off here, tell us how you really feel, will you?
You want one, but it's not in the budget.
Oh no, that it's definitely not in my budget because I'm not buying one. You sort of look, Paul, right? Okay, all right, Paul.
I'm
I don't
doing
need to
this
say
drop,
no
Paul.
more.
You guys ready?
Yeah, hold on. Let's. Where did Justin go?
I don't know. He went to the fridge or something. I don't know.
See, Paul. They are small enough to wear on your tie, though. Can
Yeah,
you
they-
imagine?
But Billy said it could fit in his sweatpants pocket.
It does, yeah. Billy Kyle's about to do some footage. He said he's going to do a couple of videos on it. He did say, wow, it does fit in anyone's pocket.
Yeah, I seen a guy put it in a shirt pocket.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Because it's no bigger than the cell phone. Well, it's probably smaller than my
Oh,
cell
thicker.
phone. Yeah,
What?
it's thicker, but it's probably smaller. Than
I
mine.
want to see how thick it is after I hit it with a 30-pound mallet.
Here we go.
I-
That's how I.
Are there any guys in New York that still wear those little pouches they snap around?
Oh, the fanny packs.
Not unless you want people to be like
you could stick it in there.
people.
Oh,
Paul,
Paul,
if you do that, people will be like, yo.
Paul, you'll get bullied if you wear one of those.
I think it's only acceptable with the women.
I could see somebody with a fanny pack on and say they're
And
getting
some old
teased.
guys get away with it.
getting teased and says, "Don't make me pull it out. Don't make me pull it out."
Hey, Paul, could you imagine? Could you imagine Paul going to a meetup and this one guy shows up with a fanny pack and they're like, "Where's
And
your
his
drone?"
drone is in there.
And he goes,
Yeah.
"Here it is."
That's
Get ready
something
to do
your
a
boy
drop,
would
Justin.
do.
We're waiting on you,
Lawrence,
Justin.
that's something your boy would do.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
And
Justin,
sandals.
We're waiting for you to do a drop, bro.
You
Let's
heard me,
go.
Lawrence?
Huh?
And sandals with a straw hat.
Sandals. Yep.
All right, let's get this drop in. It's
Wednesday
7
night with
o'clock.
those guys are sponsored by
Those
guys.
We appreciate you all for coming to Wednesday nights with those guys. Don't forget to check out my channel, Sunday Nights with Those Guys. Don't forget to check out Paul Murray. He's just all over YouTube.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
on
Crawley
everybody's
will be
night.
starting a channel soon. And Justin, look for modifications on his wall.
Yes. And I'd
Yes.
like to thank everybody in the chat for coming and hanging out with
Crowley.
those guys and hanging out with the crew here. Mr. Crowley staring off into space. He's still with us.
I'm here.
Like to thank all you guys for coming and hanging out with us. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101 with those.